with a uptick in the marketplace, people are looking for product, and essentially a prospect generator is a property bank. So we got projects ready to go out the door. We're going to market them heavily, try and grow our joint venture base.
StockPulse on location, Vancouver Resource Investment Conference 2020. Got me now, CEO of Commander Resources, Rob Cameron. Rob, always a pleasure here. Let's recap 19 here before we get into 20. How'd the year go for you?
It was a very busy year and quite successful too. As a prospect generator, as you know, we rely on deal flow and partnering activities, so we were very successful on that front. We started the year with one joint venture partner, our Fjordland HPX partners on Voisey's Bay Nickel project. But midsummer we added Freeport-McMoRan as a partner on our Burn Copper project in BC. And then towards the end of the year in November, we added Imperial Metals as a partner on our copper project on lands we have around their Mount Poly mine operations. So very successful on that front. And then on the other side, we did a lot of project work through the year. So we were active on almost all our other project portfolio. We now have 8 projects ready to go out the door looking for partners. I guess the highlights of that work would be our work on our Sabin VMS project in Ontario, where prospecting in June uncovered some high silver and gold numbers in areas that hadn't previously been sampled, sort of converting it from a traditional copper zinc target into a more precious metal rich target. So that's been very good. And we did a lot of work on our Pedro epithermal gold project in Mexico, completed a big IP survey, just in the process of compiling all those results, but it's looking very good.
Yeah, tough couple of years in the market here, not getting recognized for all the hard work. Again, you just laid out the case of Commander. How's 2020 look? Can it possibly be as good?
Yes, I'm hopeful. With this new gold market, things are certainly a little more frothy, and that can only be good. But with our 2 joint venture partners that just began this year, that work will mature into this year. We'll be drilling on the copper thing with Freeport-McMoRan this summer, and we've yet to see how Imperial Metals work came about on that Mount Poly area lands, but I think that'll probably lead into major projects as well. And we're hopeful that we'll find partners in some of our other projects. With an uptick in the marketplace, people are looking for product, and essentially a prospect generator is a property bank. So we got projects ready to go out the door. We're going to market them heavily, try and grow our joint venture base from our current 3, and maybe as a goal, get 5 or 6 active joint ventures this year as a stretch goal.
And you're a little different, a little unique, I should say, as a project generator. You got some revenue as well. Talk about that.
Well, potential revenue. Well, we do have revenue from joint venture payments and share payments from our partners, so that's a minor amount. But we have a royalty on an asset in Newfoundland called the Hammerdown mine. It's a past producer that's being put back into production by Maritime Resources. So we have a 2% NSR on that asset. And Maritime's about to release a pre-feasibility study on it, and hopefully there'll be a timeline to production that's fairly short, in which case our royalty would start generating cash flow sooner rather than later. So we're actively, excitedly looking forward to the results of that pre-feasibility from Maritime.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. So give us a quick glimpse into the next quarter or so. What investors can look for here in news flow from Commander.
Well, the next quarter, primarily it'll be the release of that pre-feasibility by Maritime, because once that's out in the public domain, we can start to quantify the impact of that royalty to Commander and the timeline to production if Maritime articulates that fairly well in that. So that's the initial milestone. Also, probably announcing a couple more deal flow joint ventures in the next quarter, actively marketing in the convention season here in Canada, starting off here in Vancouver at the VRIC, roundup right on the backs of that, and then leading in the PDAC. That's the deal-making quarter in this year, so hopefully we'll be able to secure some partners.
Talk about the environment, how you see this compared to the last couple of years. You see deal flow, like you said, picking up, cash coming into the sector. How do you see the vibe?
It's certainly much more positive. Everyone, of course, is invigorated by the increase in the gold price. It's been a bit of a lag down to our level of company in terms of share price, but I think it will come along. But it's certainly invigorated the need for deal flow. A lot of companies are looking for new product. They want to retool with a fresh new project, particularly a precious metal project going in. And I think that deal flow is going to drive the prospect generator world for a while anyway.
Okay, that's Rob Cameron. He's CEO, Commander Resources, CMD on the venture. Appreciate that update, and we'll look forward to seeing that news when you got it out, Rob.
Well, thanks. We'll talk again soon.